let's keep things moving here. We do have a website showcase today. Lindsay McCurdy here from apprenticeshipsdirectory.com. I'm going to go ahead and unmute you, Lindsay. All right, how are you today, Lindsay?
I'm fine, thank you, and thank you for showcasing my site tonight.
Fantastic, our pleasure. Where are you located?
Portsmouth in England.
Okay, great. So it's a little late in the evening there for you, correct?
Getting on for midnight.
Okay, well, thanks for joining with us today so late. Yeah, let me go and visit your site. Can you tell us a little bit of history about this site? When you started it, what the industry is that you're targeting, and your role in the industry, how long you've been working in this industry?
I've been working in this industry for about 15 years, off and on, and it's apprenticeships. It's about promoting quality apprenticeships for people. This site is promoting the people that deliver apprenticeships. So it's the training providers, it's the people that support the sector, you know, that they would say offer functional skills. It's also for employers that actually employ apprentices as well.
Got you. Just in case we might have a little bit of a cultural difference, is it similar to an internship that people would find in the US, or is it a bit different?
It's a bit different. In the UK, to do an apprenticeship, you actually have to have a job and a role.
Got you.
So it's a paid job. But you start off, we have to do an apprenticeship, you could start off on, say, about $5 an hour while you do your apprenticeship.
Gotcha. Okay, wonderful. And did you migrate this to Brilliant Directories? Was this an existing site, or did you start brand new on Brilliant Directories with this?
I started brand new on Brilliant Directories.
How long ago was that?
Just over a year ago.
Okay. And do you have any, is it just you, or do you have any staff members or partners that help you manage this site? No,
it's just me that manages the site and put it together.
I want to commend you. You've added a lot of different sections to the site, and it definitely looks like it has a pulse here.
Oh, that's great. Thank you.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, because I was curious. There are quite a few call to actions in different sections on the site. What would you say right now is your most successful section in terms of getting conversions or hitting the goals that you've set for it right now?
I'm quite lucky because it's a niche market. In the UK, every training provider has to be registered with the government. So I know who my members are, and I've been really lucky that I have actually got their contact details. So my role basically is to convert from the free listings into paid membership, you know, is to promote the value of being on the site. I'm trying to promote the site as a one-stop. It's like a miniature version of the members' websites. So they can find out, they can promote their articles, they can promote their services, they can even sell their businesses on site. And it's to keep the sector informed of latest updates, you know, like we've got requirements, government requirements, so they can tender for contracts. I'm trying to do a bit of everything on the one site, and it seems to be, it's been really well received.
The one thing I can see is from all the work you've done is it feels like this site has been online for much longer than a year. And that's one of the key goals when you're starting out your site is I think what's helping you stand out and look credible is the fact that the site looks seasoned and it looks like it's been established for quite some time, mainly because you've done such a great job balancing the amount of content in all the different sections of your site. I just clicked on the blog section as an example, and these look like great article topics. You have great things in the sidebar here, such as the member reviews. It really makes me feel that there's an energy to this site.
I think that's very important because I take a long time looking at people who join websites, and I'm always shocked by how some people don't seem to update their sites. And if you're selling to somebody, you've got to show them that you're current. You can't have, you can't have something that's 6 or 7 months old. It's got to be current and relevant to whatever sector you are working in.
No, and it looks like you've put an emphasis on basically always getting off that hamster wheel, and it looks like you're continually adding new content, working your website, not getting stuck in design, and focusing on a quality experience in terms of content, trumping customizations or design look, and giving them a good experience once they land on your website.
I found that very earlier on with, when I first started, I paid for somebody to do work on my site. And I found that I was paying for stuff, then when I did an update, it got lost. So in the end, I tried to take away as much of the customization as I could and to try and keep the website so I could work on it. And if rather than a lot of customization, which caused me a lot of issues when I first started off.
What would you say on a week by week basis? What type of routines do you have to keep the site updated? What do you work on? Do you toggle through different tasks that you manage?
Yes, I do. And the first thing I find every morning I have to go on and is delete all the people from all over the world that have tried to join the site. And my biggest issue really at the moment is whether do I have free basic listings or do I have all paid. So at the moment, I am thinking about removing the free basic listings, but because the membership is starting to grow, but I still think at the moment I need it to grow the site for the members. So what I've done is removed a lot of their functionality, and basically because I know that all my members are in England, in the UK. So when I get somebody from out of Mongolia join, I delete them, but I do seem to get an awful lot every day that I have to delete.
That comes up in the Facebook group a lot, and it seems like a catch-22. The more popular you get and the larger your site is, when you have a free listing option on your site, like just sign up with Facebook or sign up with Google, you do get, as far as signing up for a business listing, you do get people who may be unqualified to join your site, and you can delete them. There are ways to moderate them so they cannot activate their live listings unless you do it manually. And then there's always the famous $1 to join, just a simple one-time payment of $1 to join. That really does help stop the people who are signing up for free that just really don't belong on your site. But as you mentioned, it does require some level of moderation. And as you get larger, I'm sure if you continue to have a free membership, those instances are going to increase. But as long as you have a method for monitoring them or regulating who's joining, you should be okay.
Yeah, I'm quite lucky because if you look at that, the on the top menu, it's about the conference on the 9th of July.
Yes.
That's my conference. I put on events.
Perfect.
So what I do, because whether they do it, I offer people join the directory and you get a free ticket to the conference. So it's a way of actually getting people to join as well, which works really well for me.
That's what I've seen a lot of people do, is they utilize the banner ad spaces to encourage other activities part of the same company. Rather than just putting Google ads there, you're using it a bit more constructively and linking to, in this case, you're having them sign up for a conference, but it could be a banner, again, to sign up for the free membership level or a paid membership level. So it looks like you're doing well here. And what do you do at this conference? You can't be a one-man show here or one-woman show here at this conference. Someone has, do you have anyone helping?
No, that's me as well.
Where do you host this conference? Where do people meet?
I've held conferences all over England. I even took over the Emirates Stadium, which is a big football stadium in London, 2 years ago for 3 days. So I do put on big events as well.
Wow, you are a powerhouse. That is an inspiration. And that's a great way to, again, take your directory website to the next level by bringing people together physically in a physical location.
For me, this website, and I'll be honest, I'm looking at this as like I'm nearly at the end of my working life. Is something that I want to do when I retire. So this is the reason I started the directory as well, because I won't be able to run around all over the country and put on events.
That's great. And I did do a quick Google search for apprenticeship directory. I think I misspelled that. And your site did come up number 3 for apprenticeship directory, and that's just a main keyword. I'm sure you might be also getting some traffic from some other various keywords, but this one is a good one that's linking to your homepage here. So there's some good traction there as well.
But my thing is, what should I be doing next on this site? Now that you've looked at it, what should I be doing to take it to the next stage? Because it's when something's so close to your heart, you miss out the simplest little things.
Right, right, right. Well, what would you say is your biggest hurdle or obstacle with the site?
Basically, teach myself how to use it. But that's my own problem. Do you know what I mean? It's not something that I've ever done before. So it's been, one step at a time. You learn something, you try. If it doesn't work, you don't do it anymore. So, but I just, I'm always willing to try new things. But I'm just thinking, I'm not getting a lot of trouble with the advertisement. And that's something I want to, as a money making thing, is look at how do I get people to advertise more on the site? Because I think it's a great opportunity for them. The rates aren't high. Is to get more people to advertise, but that's for me to do with promotion. But I really just want you to look at the site and say, it's to this, it's to that, this is good, that's bad, what do I need to do to make it better? And I shouldn't have that up there. I don't know why that's up there.
Right. My recommendation is always to look at the navigation. And again, if you're looking to get more people to advertise with you, the one place I see advertise with us is squeezed in here. Everyone knows I always try to recommend a simpler main menu. So maybe if you reconciled or combined a few of these links and brought more attention to the advertise with us, and I can do something very quickly for you right now to bring attention to this without affecting the rest of the menu if you'd like me to do it. We can make this a red button here. We can give it a background color, but that's one way to draw more attention to the things you want people to pay attention to is remove some of the clutter is one strategy.
Another strategy I thought of when I looked at it is I was on your website and I said, yeah, sounds good. I'm going to start a 14-day free trial, which for those of you that are not aware, the 14-day free trial, using the Brilliant Directories add-on for that, and what it does in the 14-day free trial is it collects my credit card information, even though it is a free trial. So I think perhaps once I clicked on that button, it would have been nice to have a page that kind of explained what I would be getting, and just to make it easier for me to start that process, rather than go to start my 14-day free trial and then see 3 plans and then perhaps go to that free level you're trying to get rid of. That's one solution, or one suggestion I might look at, and compare your stats the month that you implement it to the month that you didn't implement it, and see how that's impacting your overall membership sign up, particularly to that paid membership tier.
Good idea. Yeah, no, I'll give that a go.
I think that's a great idea, actually. Yeah, and again, that's drawing more attention to the specific actions you want people to take. Probably you prefer them to try a 14-day trial than look at all the membership levels. So yeah, that's a good.
That's why I moved, because to start with it was the bronze on the left-hand side and the premium on the right. So I changed them over so what they hit first of all is the premium membership.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and actually, I think you can go a little wider on these. Do you mind if I make these a little wider for you?
Please do.
Okay, let me
Any help at all?
All right, let me just do a quick thing for you here. Let's go to the pricing menu, and I'm just going to change the 3 to a 4. This is the width here for those. I'm just going to be a little nicer. There we go. It alleviates some of the. It was squeezed in a little bit. Yeah. In my opinion, I think you're doing a great job. I would just try to. I don't think the word simplify is, but find ways to direct people to the pages you want them to see. In my opinion, your site looks super credible. It's nice that you have all these links up here. Maybe you can simplify it a bit, but seeing that there's jobs and blog articles, it lets me know that there's a pulse to this website, and all the work you're doing to add content to the site, we don't want that to go to waste. You do have valid sections of your site that are populated with good content, so we want to continue driving people to those sections, but we also want to give a little priority to the areas such as signing up for the 14-day trial or advertising with you as well.
Yeah, because every blog I do, I promote on LinkedIn. I have a big following on LinkedIn. Mm-hmm. I hold the biggest group in the world on apprenticeships on LinkedIn. So everything goes on LinkedIn, and the average article gets about 15,000 views via LinkedIn. So I'm trying to drive more, because I was giving too much information away when I was putting the articles on LinkedIn. So now it's just a one-liner, so people have got to click on to go to the website.
Got you. Well, that's great. It's great that you have a good following and you have a good handle on the industry. It sounds like you've made a real place for yourself, and you've done it in just under a year. So that's fantastic.
Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you, Lindsay, for sharing your site with us. We commend you on the hard work that you've done, and we look forward to maybe following up with your site in the next few weeks or few months. So thank you so much.